Hey Virgo, happy birthday season for you. This is your September intuitive reading. It's Romy here. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. So if you have a Virgo sun, rising or moon, this reading might resonate for you. My soul stories are a blend of the tarot energies, working with my guides and checking out the astrological influences for the month ahead for you. So if you're enjoying my work, please do make sure you drop me a like and a comment. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do. But let's dive right in and see what's coming up for your solar return. Okay, Virgo, it's your solar returns, which means you're getting a beautiful charge from the sun's energy. And it's really helping to renew those desires and give you some clear intention about the way that you want to now step out and reveal like this new aspect of the self. You know, you've just shed a skin and it's going to feel like a breath of fresh air to move through this season. We open up your reading with the Ace of Cups and, you know, the eye here is wide open and clear and bright. So it makes me feel that you are incredibly cleansed. It's almost just like you're aware of just the sense of renewal energy that is in and around you. We have a lot of water shown here underneath the cup, and it is overflowing. So I think you're feeling quite emotional about that journey that you've just taken and the phase that you've just been through. And, you know, September is like this still point. It's the space in between where you're really understanding how to start applying everything that you've learned, everything that you've gained. And there's this beautiful promise of progress. The ace is representative of that potential, that rawness, that beautiful initiation of the beginning of something. And I think you are being reminded of the beauty of everything that you are, but also of things around you. So I see like a new level of appreciation coming in for what you have, for the people in your life, and for the direction and the way that you want to start moving. You know, on the 2nd of the month, we've got a full moon in the sign of Pisces in your 7th house of relationships. It is going to be emotionally charged. There is a sextile to Uranus, so there's something a little bit unexpected and quite exciting about what could unfold around that time. There's also a level of impatience, you know, and I think that what this month is doing is it's going to be a fine balance between meaningful progress, movement and momentum, but also knowing when to stop and pause and just take that really deep breath to make sure that we're fully aligned, that we're responding in a way that we want to from the person that we have now become. Really important. So Jupiter and Saturn are waking up this month, which is going to feel like another breath of fresh air as the release of any restriction and things that have been held up and backed up now get to start moving forward. And again, you might see that burst of energy that's coming in and really allowing some expansion and optimism to come forth. But we also have Mars moving retrograde on the 9th, which, you know, can kind of take the wind out of our sails a little bit. So what I would encourage you to do to really work with that transit is to look at the areas of your life where you are seeing the energy flow. And that Ace of Cups is going to show you exactly where that is. So maybe it's around taking care of yourself. Maybe it's around a new connection or relationship. Maybe it's a new, you know, project, something that you want to get started on that's really lighting up your heart space. You know, the Fool is inviting you to take that step into the unknown, okay? But to go where the energy is flowing, because Mars retrograde doesn't want you to force anything, okay? This is not a time to try to control, manipulate, or push against anything. And so, you know, that Ace of Cups does invite a very kind of restorative self-care time to come in. And I think that's going to be necessary because you are being kind of pushed off that cliff, right? You're out there on the leading edge somewhere, and you're going to need all of that emotional security. You're going to need all of the sharpness, all of the clarity, all of the readiness to prepare for where that's taking you, okay? And I'm not sure that you know exactly where that is yet, Virgo, but I think you feel the pull of it. I think you will be feeling the pull of it very strongly this month. And, you know, I need you to understand there's no coincidences happening right now, okay? What is playing out here is all helping to equip you, Yeah, it's giving you the tools that you need to be able to navigate through this kind of second act of eclipses and powerful transits that are going to be coming through between now and the end of the year. Now, interestingly, with Eight Swords, what I'm looking at here is that almost I think she's put these Eight Swords around her from a place of protection right now. That's what I'm feeling. There's just this awareness because of this space in between, this moment where you need to really reflect and make sure that you're fully on board with what you're about to do or the direction that you're taking. Yeah. And I think that you've chosen to just place yourself in this very protected space right now. Now, yes, Eight of Swords can sometimes bring that real anxious energy, that anxiety and that stress, but actually, like, the way I'm interpreting this today is I feel quite a calmness and a soothing energy from it, which I know might sound a little strange, but it's just the almost the element of just needing to protect your energy, protect your space, protect your peace. And that's really important because you're readying yourself for this new journey, this new adventure. And you can't afford to be dragged into anyone else's chaos, anyone else's drama, or pulled back into, reacting in a way that is old you. Because the devil for me is representative of that old storyline. It just feels like it's something that you've just released yourself from, right? You've just released yourself from it. And the awareness is probably come from a place of discomfort and even pain about the way that you had held yourself back. Perhaps where you've invested or you've believed or you've held on to something for so long and you've finally had that moment of awakening that says, this is not going to work, this is not right, this is not healthy. And so as you step into your solar returns and into this month, there's this readiness to release yourself from that. And yet there's an awareness that the temptation is still around you. So you're going to have to be really diligent, really discerning. And you do this so well, Virgo, to make sure that you are not stepping back into the fire here. And you know what? If you do, so be it. All that will occur from that is that you end up just repeating a cycle and going one more round, which, in some instances is just going to show you how far you've come. So there's not really any wrong path here, okay? The thing to remember is that sometimes when we're trying to make a decision and we feel like there's no one way that feels any better to us at this exact moment, the path will always auto-correct itself, okay? So you're always going to be led innately toward the place that's going to give you the most growth and allow you to expand and evolve in the way that your soul has chosen to do so in that moment. So we have Page of Cups here, and I do feel that there's someone or something stepping forward, inviting you, enticing you. And what's interesting is it's kind of, they're coming forward with a sweetness, with a kind of genteel quality, but behind them is the devil. So I'm not really sure I'm kind of particularly trusting of what's going on completely here, okay? So it's just a little bit of a heads up. And I think you know this too, because you're kind of putting this protective energy in and around you. And I think that you want something different. You want something new. You don't want to step back into that. I think what we're also seeing, though, is there's a fueling of your desire and your creative energy, right? Really strongly when I look at the Ace, the Page, and the Devil here. They are going to be really supportive of you bringing something to life, okay? And the energy that's coming with that is very powerful. The Fool is what gets us going. It's the beginning spark of something, and I think it can lead somewhere really exciting. But what it's going to take is you having the courage of your convictions. So in both instances, if it's someone stepping forward with something that's less than desirable, again, you're in this position of kind of slightly defensiveness or kind of standing up for yourself or not really letting anyone access, you or what you're protecting. I think you are protecting something, Virgo. Perhaps you're protecting someone. I really see you in that gatekeeper role this month. And I think that's coming from a deeper place of knowing that this is the right thing. This is the way that I have to deal with this situation right now. And that might not be the most popular. It could even be slightly controversial, actually. But I think that you have been through this emotional journey, and what it's taught you is that the roller coaster, whether it be the roller coaster relationship, whether it be, the journey that you've been on with yourself, the addictive pattern that created, you're just ready to let go of, because all that happens if you stay on that ride is that it has to get more and more intense. You have to have more and more adrenaline to be able to feed it. And it's not for you anymore. I think you're just over it. I think you want a life that's more balanced and peaceful. I think, yes, you want new opportunity and adventure and to feel that excitement, but you want it in a way that feels meaningful for you and that lights you up, not that drains you. I think you're tired of just trying to balance and juggle all of these different energies. And when we look at the Two of Pentacles here, there's a lot of stormy waters, stormy clouds going on around here. So there is a little bit of volatility in the backdrop of this. I think the Mars-Aries transit's really a little bit at play here. But what we see is he does have a rainbow right over his head. So if you find yourself through the next few weeks, because I kind of feel like this is playing out right through September, October for you, Virgo, if you are finding that there are situations around you that feel like they're closing in or they're quite heavy or dense to deal with, rest assured there's something very protective, again, this protection coming in around you that's going to ensure that you navigate through this really beautifully, okay? Now, there's perhaps a choice to make here. And again, I think, a choice to go back and sort of be tempted into something that, isn't right for you, but perhaps there's something more to learn. We're not here to judge, and you may need to do that one more time just to reconcile something within yourself, Or there's that choice to say, no, I need something different. But if I choose something different, I have to show up as something different, because bringing my old self to this new journey isn't going to work. There's a transformation quality that's come in here that has to be honoured. There's butterflies shown here. We've also got a butterfly shown in the Page of Cups. So there's that aspect, of you recognising where you've changed and wanting to bring that in. So we have the Seven of Cups energy and choices coming in this month for you, Virgo. You're not going to be short of them. There's also this sense of you getting to understand what your own medicine is. I think what September's going to deliver for you is this acute awareness of the things in your life that are incredibly supportive and you want more of, and where you need to cut things out, because there's this sense of almost like detoxification that comes through, okay? And I think what you're recognizing is that the things that you're absorbing, and that's energies, that's words, that's toxins, that's products, that's the things in your environment, are having a stronger impact on you than they ever have before. And I think your tolerance level for them is just not there anymore. In fact, your tolerance levels for a lot of things is changing. That's what I'm seeing. You're just not prepared to go low in the way that you used to. Now, of course, this is not necessarily going to be the case for every Virgo, but I think for those of you who are consciously awakened, who are doing the work, who are on the journey to becoming more, who are honouring the highest expression of yourself, you are not tolerating the people, the environments, the situations that are trying to drag you backwards. It's just not something that I see you condoning or accepting. You're standing up for that. The Seven of Cups, is bringing in a little bit of confusion and overwhelm, I think, and perhaps linked into just some of the energy that's going to be permeating around you somewhat. But remember what we said, like, try not to force anything. If you just redirect your energy to the one thing that's shining more brightly for you and put all of your focus on that, I see that that's where you're going to find the peace, that's where you're going to find the balance, okay? So it might just mean that for a time you just need to move away from something, and it's not that you're letting go of it completely, but you need to just kind of, I don't know, it's about what's real and what's tangible for you this month. Now, we have some really beautiful earth trines coming in through the month of September that are going to be really favourable for you. Hierophant coming in, and I think that there's something really beautifully divine that's going to unfold and going to help you to commit to a certain path, to a certain idea, to a certain person, and you're going to feel really good about it. You're going to feel like it's absolutely merging with this new sense of self, and it's going to help you to, I think, just feel more sure and more validated for a lot of the things that have been going on in your mind. You know, it's like that intuition that's been telling you, you need to do it this way, or this is really where this person's coming from. And I think that there's been some doubt around that. But what I see coming through in the month of September is more of a sureness that you're doing the right thing for you. And if you trust and you follow that path, I don't think you're going to have a problem with, you know, the temptation to go backwards. I don't see you doing that. And I think that you're going to be able to weather and navigate any storm that comes through, you know. There is learning, profound learning that's going to come in this month. It's already been a year, you know, it never ends, but I think certainly there's just something about this month for you, Virgo, where it's going to fall into place, and I think you're going to find yourself just speaking with an entirely different language. Call of the Muse is your first oracle card coming through here, and look at the poise and grace that she's holding in this card. It's really beautiful. There's a sense of flow. And there's a deep sense of surrender into the moment, you know, there's that beauty of presence that she's really found. And so I think there's something about the way that you unlock that creativity that's coming from your desire, that Ace of Cups, the Page of Cups, you know, it's unlocking something really beautiful within you, is finding a moment to just step into that sacred flow and to just allow the energies to move around you, to dance with what is happening, not to resist it, you know. She has her eyes closed, and, you know, again, we've got the eyes closed here in that Eight of Swords, and I just kind of want to link these because, like I said, I feel like she's putting herself in this place of kind of self-imposed restriction almost, but I don't see it as restriction. Like I said, I see it as peace, because she's aware that it will unlock something deep within her that's required to help navigate through this month, that's needed for work, for business, for relationship. It's really powerful. Beautiful kind of star energy that's coming in from the divine here, that's whispering something to you. Okay, your crystal energy card is Lapis Lazuli. So again, this is really linking into your third eye. There's an awakening on a more profound level for you in and around something. And, you know, I'm seeing the face here that's just shown in the crystal. And interestingly, the eyes are kind of blacked out again. So there's something about the answers that you need, the wisdom, the knowledge, the information is not coming from something that you are seeing with your physical eyes. It's something that you're sensing with your soul, you know. Working with Lapis Lazuli can really help you to advance your own spiritual gifts, your own intuition, and unlock that gateway to the divine. Beautiful stone to work with that I would say will help you in the journey of knowing what is right for you through this month. Okay, so you have the card of Dharma. How interesting. So again, first of all, thing that we notice is that there's more butterflies coming through here. Beautiful time of transformation. But here's what you're working with on a deeper spiritual level right now. You know, you're working to step into that soul path at a more deep level. You know, the sacred wisdom that's coming from that moment of rest and that still point is bringing in such a beautiful blossoming and understanding of why you're here. So beautiful. I love these new cards. They're a yogic path, they're called. Okay, Virgo, so I hope this has given you some resonance for your month of September. If it has, please drop me a comment below. Let me know how this plays out for you. I'm really interested to receive your feedback. If you'd like to join me for the extended reading, we're going to go ahead and just pull some clarifying cards right now, and then we'll continue this reading for another 20 minutes or so. We'll go into things in a little bit more detail, and you'll also receive a soul guide to help you work through some of the themes that are showing up for you. So this is a general reading, Virgo. If you'd like to just take a moment and focus on a specific question that I might not have answered, and what I'm going to do is just pull some cards around that, and we will cover them off in the extended reading. You can find the link for that in the description box underneath this video in the comments section as well. So just take a moment and focus on that question for me. Okay. Right, so let's just go ahead and clarify these main cards just now. So we opened up the reading with the Ace of Cups. Okay, so we've got Knight of Coins energy coming in, which I feel actually is your energy in this instance, Virgo. Ten of Swords. Okay, I mean, we have a beginning and an ending, and sometimes those things collide and they happen all at once in our life, and it can feel a little bit disconcerting, but actually your Knight is giving you some grounded energy to be able to cope with what that means. Okay, we've got Seven of Wands coming through again, so I do feel like you're having to stand up for your choices and your decisions this month, Virgo. You know, but the courage and the will to make that happen will deliver something really sweet for you. Nine of Cups energy coming in. Four of Coins. It's a nice earth energy helping you to feel a little bit more secure. Okay. Queen of Coins here. Page of Coins. Wow, you're getting a lot of earth energies to support you. It's not really a surprise. This is going to be you feeling more in your element than at any other time this year. Okay, the Devil and the Three of Swords. Yeah, This is a little tricky situation we're going to be navigating through September, but yeah. Somebody offering you a new start, a new beginning, the promise of something. Don't know how I feel about that for you though. Queen of Cups. Maybe there's a water sign involved here, or Devil could also represent a Capricorn. High Priestess coming in. I think you know information and something coming into light, but you know yourself whether this is right for you. There we go, Eight of Cups, yeah. I think the decision to move away, oh interesting, another Ace of Cups coming through. I think the decision to move away and just to really invite in a new chapter is going to be really strong though. Wow, Two of Pentacles clarified with the two again, so Ace. Okay, that's, you got like 4 aces already in this read, so beautiful new beginnings coming in, but there's that need for stepping back. Okay, something going on connected to the family as well is coming through here. Major decisions coming in connected to your family. And if you're not close with your blood family, this might be your soul family, but yeah, certainly the people that are meaningful in your world. It's not straightforward. I do feel there's some controversial things that are coming up to light, but you know, this is where you're going to have to stand strong. King of Wands. Okay. Beautiful Sun energy with that call of the Muse. Your desire, your potential, your joy. Fun again. Okay, Virgo, thank you so much for joining me. I wish you a beautiful birthday month. I appreciate you tuning into the channel. If you're joining me for the extended, I look forward to going into this in a little bit more detail for you. And I'll catch up with you again next month. Take good care. Bye.